Oh. Mm.
God, you are the gift that just keeps giving. That was incredible.
Why are you telling me?
Yeah, but was it really worth the risk? If Bill finds out, he could literally kill us.
Can you really be certain Sheila isn't messing with you?
Hey, how'd your big meeting go?
Not good.
Not good. What do you mean not good? What happened?
Oh, well, Steffi says that we need to pause production on Hope for the Future.
Pause? She said pause?
Yes. And unless we find a solution, my line could be history.
I'm well aware that Hope for the Future hasn't been performing well lately, but to put it on pause? It's in a transitional phase. A dip in numbers is expected.
It's a pretty big dip, though. But there is a solution.
Great. What is it?
Thomas.
Thomas.
Brooke, the line was doing great when Thomas was lead designer. Everyone loved what he and Hope created together. And then he was let go, and the vision changed, and the numbers tanked. So, yes, bringing back Thomas is the solution.
I'm really surprised that Steffi would even consider dropping Hope for the Future. I mean, your line has been a huge asset to Forrester Creations.
Yeah, until now. I mean, the numbers are just keep getting worse.
Okay, but they're not going to keep getting... Listen, you just need time, right? You need time. You need time to regroup. You need time to figure out the new direction. You're not only going to revive HFTF, you're going to make it better than ever. I know this, okay? I know this.
Bill has burned every bridge to keep me out of prison. He has set me up at his mansion in Bel Air. And yet, the more time I spend with him, I can't even explain it. Deacon, he is all over the place. And one minute he's gushing to me about his life and his past, and he wants me to open up about mine to him as well. And then the next, it's almost like he struggles to even be near me. Sometimes I really wonder where I stand with Bill.
Is Hope considering letting Thomas return?
She seemed to be leaning that way.
And I can't imagine Liam would be thrilled about this.
No, and we're all aware of that. Hope's going to have a discussion with him before she makes any decision, but Brooke, you are a huge part of this. You think maybe you could just, look past the CPS call, and see the bright side?
The bright side.
Mm-hmm.
It cost me my marriage.
But you gained a really good friend. And, if it wasn't for Thomas, we would still be fighting over Ridge. But look at us, choosing ourselves. And did I mention we're friends?
Oh, yeah. Friends, yeah.
Come on, Brooke, please. Just find it in your heart to consider Thomas and be open-minded about him.
I hope you can. Hey, Brooke. I hurt you, and I'm sorry. And I don't deserve your forgiveness, but I'm asking. Not just for me, but for Hope and her line.
Oh, man, well, sorry you're facing so many challenges right now, because you're a good person. You're a selfless person. You do kind and selfless things. Exhibit A, when Caroline died, you swooped right in and you became exactly the mother that Douglas needed, a mother who would love him and protect him and teach him right from wrong while also giving him the space to grow and become his own person. That's the kind of investment that's going to pay off. It will. And yeah, he's going through a thing right now. And so for whatever reason, he feels more comfortable at Steffi's. But just as you're a hero to me, you're a hero to him twofold. The kid will be back. Promise.
Liam, I'm trying really, really hard to be patient, but it's like every day that Douglas is gone, I feel like he's getting further and further away. I worry that in no time he's just going to be completely out of reach.
No, that's not going to happen. He's basically on an extended play date with Kelly and Hayes. And you know something? Look at it this way. It gives us some much needed time with Beth, right? And she's at her cutest possible stage right now. You should have a mother and daughter day, right? You should take her out for ice cream and eat so much of it that you both get brain freeze. Now, as for hope for the future, it's going to work out, my love. And if nothing else, you'll always have me.
Can't believe Spencer talks about his feelings. Hell, I didn't even think he had any
Oh,
feelings.
he's got a ton of them. You know, he keeps telling me about his past, and he wants me to open up about mine. It's
Well, you do have an effect on men. Get us to do things we never thought we could. And against our better judgment.
Are you complaining?
Never. You thinking about Spencer? I'll try not to be offended.
Oh, you know, it's just that I've been feeling this way even before all of this, because I know what Bill's drug is with women. It's all about the excitement of that initial attraction, the endless possibilities, I can't get enough of each other moment. It's all about the chase. And she gives in. And she's his whole world for that moment. Till the glow wears off and then reality sets in. And he's looking for his next fix. What happens when I'm that woman? When I'm the one that he wants to be done with? Do I go back to prison?
If Bill finds out about you and me, prison might be the safer bet.
Bill finding out about us is not an option. Because there's no telling what he's gonna do.
You know, one of the things I've been working on most in therapy is impulse control. And obviously I need a little bit more of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like what I did was wrong. Calling CPS, it was horribly wrong. My dad told me that you were going to call CPS, and that just gave me that idea. And I thought, I can get my family back together. And it kind of worked, right? Because he left you, and he went to my mom, and they were about to get married. The problem is that it all started with a lie. And that is horribly wrong. It's something I never should have done.
You see, the problem here is that I've heard these heartfelt apologies before. And it does seem like you mean it. But you still cost me my marriage.
I did cost you a marriage, but in that, I gained you a wonderful friend. So.
And I'm very pleased about that.
Me too.
I just wish we could have gotten here a little differently, right? You know, I wish you didn't have to manipulate Rich and me, but here we are. So we'll just deal with it and we'll get past it. The question is, what about my daughter? How do I ever trust you with hope again?
You know, all this talk about me and how I'm doing. You sure you doing okay?
I kind of feel like you have a lot of stuff on your plate already without me piling on, and so maybe not.
Well, see, that's the thing about marriage. Kind of makes it so that your stuff is also my stuff. So, tell me what's on your mind.
It's my dad, of course. Of course it's my dad. Like, I was just over at the house, and the creep factor is off the charts.
Sheila?
Yeah, of course, Sheila. I don't get it. I don't get the whole relationship with Sheila Carter. Like, what is he doing?
Well, according to your dad, he's in love, and I take it that you're not buying it.
Honestly, I don't know what my dad feels for Sheila.
Let me guess.
He wants to know where I am.
You gonna respond to him?
I am not used to answering to anyone.
Hell of a way to live your life.
What am I supposed to do, Deacon? What am I just supposed to leave? Because that is not an option. You know, the reality is Bill put everything on the line to keep me out of prison. Underestimating him would be dangerous. If Bill were to find out what the two of us did here today, I could go back to prison or worse. I'm serious, Deacon.
I'm dead serious too. Sorry.
This is not a joke. Bill can never know what happened here today. You've got to swear that to me. Swear it to me. Swear it to me.
I swear it. I swear. It's okay. I swear.
The damage you caused with the CPS call, it didn't just hurt Taylor and Ridge and me, it also hurt my daughter. Not because she lost you as a lead designer, but because she considered you a friend. She worked really hard to trust you again, Thomas. And you betrayed her faith. And now you just want to come back to work for Hope for the Future as a lead designer and act like none of this ever happened?
I do want to come back and work with Hope again. And I don't blame you for being skeptical about my apologies. Yeah, I want to prove to everyone that I'm a better man, but most importantly, my son. I love him more than anything in the world, and I want to make sure that he knows that I am the kind of man that he can look up to.
You know what I've learned? I've learned that everyone makes mistakes, right? It doesn't mean that they have to pay for those mistakes for the rest of their life. Sometimes good people make bad choices. And it doesn't mean they're bad. It means they're human.
Okay, so if you work with Hope, you won't be obsessed with her. Because your mom and I both agree. Your fixation on my daughter has to be over, or there's nothing more to discuss.
Bill already has put a lot on the line for Sheila. I mean, he's risking all of his relationships, so there must be some feelings there.
He says that his feelings for Sheila are genuine, but when I press him on it, he gets defensive.
So, do you think Sheila's changing him?
I think I'm frustrated is what I think. I mean, the guy's been basically absent from his own life. He's been working from home. What does that tell you? And it's just the two of them, those personalities alone in that house together, it's like darkness upon darkness. It's not healthy.
And Bill's not worried at all. I mean, this is Sheila we're talking about. She usually has an agenda.
I said the same thing, but now I'm kind of convinced it's the other way around, and maybe Sheila's the one who should be a little worried.
What does that mean?
Let's just say my dad made it pretty clear that if Sheila ever crosses him, she'll regret it.
Hey, handsome.
Where have you been?
Rodeo.
No bags?
I mean, it's not really about the shopping. It's being able to go in and out of stores freely as I choose. I have you to thank for that. How'd your visit go with Liam?
About what you'd expect.
I really wish Liam and Wyatt would at least try to accept me. Now who knows, maybe one day I will never come between you and your boys. Can I get you a drink?
Sure.
Okay. Why are you looking at me that way?
Something Liam said.
What was that?
That I can't trust you. That you're playing me.
What did you say?
I told him the truth. We're open with each other. We tell each other everything. That's why I trust you. Besides, Liam knows, you know, and everyone knows that nobody betrays me and gets away with it. Nobody.